Hello? So, again, me being cheap. I've bought an MPC. You can see it's not in such great condition, but in Australian terms, I got it super cheap. So we're going to do a bit of restoration on this today and see how far we can go. So first thing to do is a bit of an inspection, and I can already see a problem. There are screws missing. This means somebody's been in here and the quality of their work was to the point that they couldn't even put back the screws. So it means we've got to be aware that there could be some bodges in here, there could be some overcooked pads, there could be some really shonky soldering. So let's remove the solitary screw on the back. Fortunately, there are screws on the side, so those panels and the whole top case is held in quite securely. Actually, a little too securely. So sometimes, no matter how many times you turn that screwdriver, the screws just won't come out. And it can be incredibly frustrating. It can make something so simple just seem so difficult. Well, I got one at least. Number two. Come on. Got it. So at this point, the top of the case is pretty much separated totally from the bottom of the chassis, so we can just remove that. Taking a quick look, you can see it is super dirty. There's quite a bit of dirt on those pads. The dial looks like, yeah, it's seen better days. And some of those buttons look well and true. Are you serious? So as we expected, this MPC is showing a bit of age and a bit of mistreatment. So let's keep moving ahead. I've decided at this point I'm just going to replace every one of these switches. Normally I'd go through and I'd test each switch, mark the ones that are working, mark the ones that are marginal, and obviously replace the marginal and replace the ones that don't work at all. In this case, let's just get them all changed. I mean, they're really cheap parts, so it is a false economy just to leave them in place. So another thing of note, obviously, is the paint hasn't held up that well. It's funny, some of the MPCs, the paint just lasts forever. Others, the paint just seems to fall off. So let's see what the damage is in the memory bay, and we've actually got the full expansion of memory, so things are looking up. So time to give everything a bit of a clean with some isopropyl, and once we've got it to a point, let's start changing out those switches. So you can see here exactly how bad this paint has got over the years, but I've managed to find a pretty good paint match. So I've masked off all the areas where the paint looks its worst, and I'm going to give that a bit of a touch up with a spray can. So if I'm going to give you a top tip out of this video, it's really important to cut the tack switches off the top when replacing them. You can spend forever trying to desolder them from the bottom, and you're just going to rip up those traces and a whole heap of damage. So that silver jog wheel was really irritating me. I painted it black. You can see it looks a whole heap better. Now I did go back and actually fix up some of those very small scratches. I'll show you how to do that in another video. So let's get it back together. Let's see what it looks like. While I've still got to put some of the knobs in place, I think it looks a whole heap better than it did. So a nice, easy, quick restore, no fuss, just get down to the bare minimum, get the MPC up and running, and enjoy. So thanks for watching, and I'll chat to you next time.